Hi everyone. So in today's session, I'll be taking you through one of the problems which I have seen many companies struggle with, and it invariably impacts the uh, customer experience, right? So this is something which is related to service, and this is basically to help those companies improve the customer experience using AI. So what is the problem statement? The problem statement is straightforward. What we have seen is many a times it does happen that the customer calls a toll free number, then the call is connected to IVR, then he or she is asked to select few buttons for sales support, etc. He or she does that, and then they are put in queue. The time could be very long, and then after waiting for some time, they might be connected to the person who tries to help the issue, but it's not guaranteed that the issue would be resolved. So the overall customer experience goes for a toss. This is one of the, let's say, better cases I'm talking about. Many times it does happen that there is no one to pick up the call also, right? So imagine a customer is angry and he or she is calling the service landline numbers, but no one is there to pick it up. So the customer experience really goes for a toss, which might result into a lower net promoter score, and in worse situations even loss in business, right? So now in this age of AI, can we leverage AI to help us in this case? Well, the good news is yes, we can do that. This is how the overall structure would be, right? The overall flow would be: the customer calls a toll free number, there is a voice bot or voice AI which is assigned to that number. The voice AI takes the call, right? Understands what the customer issue is, right? And using the logic it has been trained upon, it tries to resolve the issue. Okay, the issue is resolved, and then the customer is happy, and on top of it the service ID request, etc., is also generated, right? The mail is sent to the customer saying that so and so service engineer, if at all required, would be visiting you. This is our service ID, right? And also a mail soliciting a service soliciting the experience, right? So this would increase, this would help in improving the response which we give to the customers and would result in better customer experience, right? So this is how it is, and this is the overall functionality. Okay, this is all overall setup. So what would happen is customer would call, and as I said, there would be a phone number, right, which would be linked with Twilio, and Twilio is a fantastic platform which helps us with integrating AI into the voice things, and I'll show it to you how it's done, right? And then it would be connected to a fast API backend. It is nothing but the brain of the entire system, right? It is our server. So whenever we talk about our problems, let's say our particular equipment is not working, right? Then what happens is that particular content gets first of all transcribed via Azure speech to text. So it gets transcribed in text, that goes to the LLM, right? That this is where the AI piece comes into picture. Now the AI, which depending on the knowledge which it has or it has been trained upon, now again gives an answer, right? And then this is again fed to then this is given to Azure speech, because we have the text we want to be converted into an audio. The audio is created and then it is ingested back into the call by Twilio, right? So this is the entire structure. Now I'm going to give you a quick demo as to how what is the end product of this all, how it looks like. But there is a slight change. The change is because I didn't have a US number to call, right? Because I have not enabled the ISD thing, so I could not call the Twilio phone number. The Twilio phone number which I got through the free setup of Twilio was a US based number, and my being an Indian number, I didn't have that pack which helped me call the US number. So I did the reverse. I actually got the Twilio phone number, right, to call me, and so it's the reverse, but the idea remains same. Either which way you connect to that AI tool, right? AI voice AI tool, and then it tries to resolve your issue and then sends a mail also to you. So this is how it would look like. Okay, so now we are getting the call from the app. So let me just pick this up.
Have a trial account. You can remove this message at any time by upgrading to a full account. Press any key to execute your code. Hello lobby. Voice AI system connected.
My air conditioner is not working. Can you please help?
Sure. Check if the thermostat is set to cool and the temperature is lower than the room's current temperature. Also, ensure the circuit breaker hasn't tripped and the AC unit is receiving power.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Now that you have seen how it works, at the back end I'm just showing you what would happen is, so you see I talked about my air conditioner is not working, so that gets registered in Azure. This is actually the console of Azure which is showing what is happening. It's technical, so if you want to skip, you can fairly skip that, but I'm just showing it to you what happens at the back end. So I told my air conditioner is not working, right? So this recognized the speech, and then it was sent to LLM, which then gave this response, check if the thermostat is set to cool, etc. But again, this is just the text. Now it needs to be converted into voice, which is again done by this Azure, right? So once that is done, AI voice is generated, then is injected back into the call. This is done by Twilio, and at the same time, the email is also sent, right? So if you look into this is my inbox. This is the mail which I got, right? And this is something which I integrated with using SendGrid, which is again a platform integrated into Twilio, but for the official purposes, we can very well use the SMTP servers of Microsoft, etc. That is something which we could be customized. But again, the idea is this AI tool can also send you the mail. So just imagine what a terrific customer experience it would be. Right now, all of this which you are seeing has been generated by LLM, right? So it generated the service ID, the complaint it registered, and also the suggested solution, right? And in advanced cases, you could also get the entire audio conversation transcribed and also summarized for the service engineer to come to speed quickly. Okay, so this was it. Hopefully you liked it. Let me know what do you think about it. Thank you.